Hi Aquarius, this is going to be a general message. We'll take a look at your energy, if anyone's inside of it, and any advice that you need for your situation. Okay. All right, show me the current energy of this Aquarius collective, please. Five of Swords. Eight of Swords reversed. I think Aquarius, this could be about some sort of situation where you're in a tug of war between staying or going. Right off the bat, I feel like you are involved in some sort of conflict that maybe involved in some sort of conflict where there's no winner or desirable outcome. The situation in itself is just taxing to your mental health or to your physical health or whatever it is. I think there's no, it's just like fighting for the sake of fighting or yelling for the sake of yelling, you know? I think you maybe are in the process of letting go of breaking free of whatnot. However, I think you're confused about where to go from here or what exactly the other side of the situation looks like. With this Seven of Cups here, I'm gonna get a few more on these and then we'll look into who this could possibly be. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please. Queen of Cups. Eight of Swords, Two of Swords, reverse. And about the Seven of Coins. The Five of Coins really wants to come out, so I'm gonna take it. I'm talking about the Seven of Coins. Sorry, Seven of Cups. Seven of Coins reverse. The Tower, Two of Coins, Page of Wands. Yeah, so I think whatever sort of conflict you're involved in, it's probably with a person that you really love or cherish, or there's like a really heavy emotional sentiment. Maybe this could be a maternal figure, maybe this could be a spouse or a partner, a really close friend. I think there's definitely an element of like, this isn't just some random bickering, or you're not into it, but just like a random, this is someone that you really care about. And I think you understand that in order for the situation to heal, or for you to heal really, you kind of have to completely abandon it. And so I think that's why the road forward is a bit unidealistic, because I think there's either an element of like no contact, or just there's a sense of like really like you have to save yourself, otherwise there's no you clearly can't save the person or the situation. The only person left in this is to save yourself. And so I think that idea might be a bit heavy and might be a bit confusing, because maybe you guys spent so much time together, so many years together, and you can't really imagine, or weren't expecting to have to imagine life without this person. This could be a place, like a job, just whatever environment this is, you didn't necessarily foresee yourself leaving it. I think as more time progresses and the more you start to understand this situation, really see it for what it is, I think that you really realize you have no choice but to go. But this is a bit these are like how to say, unforeseen waters, or I can't think of the exact term, but like these are new waters. These are kind of new depths that you are taking in your journey as a person. And yeah, like I said, you probably never even really imagined or never thought that you would have to let go of this situation, this environment, this thing. But I think the time has certainly come. So let's take a look at the person that you may be dealing with. Who is this Aquarius collective dealing with, possibly? Eight of Cups. Seven of Wands. I think whoever you're dealing with, Aquarius, is clearly like emotionally stunted, or there's some sort of one. They're very this person could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, fire sign. I mean, the sign doesn't really matter, but I am picking up more of a water sign or a water energy. Needless to say, I think this person is a bit checked out, a bit too lost in their own reality, kind of unbudging, doing things without thinking, saying things without thinking. Just this dynamic seems to be like a competition. Like whoever hurts who first, or whoever can say the most hurtful thing first, or whoever can make the most hurtful gesture first. There's an element of like just like nonchalantness when it comes to your emotional and or physical well-being. Yeah, I think this person is a bit checked out, kind of just standing. You know, you have, when they say like you made that bed, you're gonna lay in it. I think this person has no problem making whatever type of bed, whether it's made of glass or made of feathers. I think this person could care less, because they seem to be rather, I'm not necessarily self-absorbed, or I don't know if self-absorbed is the right word, but just they could care less, for lack of a better word. Let's see more about this person with the Eight of Cups. Two of Coins. Or the Seven of Wands. Nine of Coins. Yeah, like I said, I think this person can probably say a lot of things, like say they're gonna do something and then not act on it. They may show you signs for a day, a week, even a month of like, okay, I'm getting better. I'm going to take out the trash. You've been asking me for the past month, oh, can you help take out the trash? And this person says, okay, I'm gonna do it. They finally do it. And then you're like, okay, maybe they're understanding. And then they kind of revert right back to their old ways. I think, again, however this person communicates, especially, I think is the most aggressive or detrimental thing to this that is not benefiting you. So yeah, I just see like them being very fickly. I think they say one thing and do another, even if they're on the right track, or you think the relationship is repairing itself in some ways, and then it goes right back to whatever sort of toxic or inconsistent dynamic that there is, because this person is just not aligned with where you're going. And yeah, I just see them as pretty checked out and inconsistent and very slow moving. And then again, you have a very aggressive. I think if this person wants to say something nasty, they're gonna say it. And that kind of goes back to that Five of Swords energy where, I mean, you may be responding back in the same way or same manner, but I think you, Aquarius, can understand it. Like, what is the point of this? Like, this is not going anywhere. This is not beneficial to you or to the other person because it's just not a good dynamic. All right, let's see the advice. Any advice? Seven of Swords. I'm not going to take care of it. Two more. This Three of Wands. I think trying to prevent the end of this connection or dynamic, even though you may really like hold a really deep emotional sentiment or really have some sort of care for this person. The advice is the Seven of Swords, Death reverse, Three of Wands, and I don't really try to take so many reversals because I mean I believe the cards speak for their own, but when they come out reversed pretty consistently, then okay. But with the Seven of Swords, Death reverse, Three of Wands, I think like the advice is like you need to let this die. Like trying to figure out ways to maybe you're only doing yourself a disservice trying to save this said dynamic. Trying to one up this person or hold on, or teach them lessons or show them things. This is a person who can't be taught. This is a person who's not coming coming up off of it. This is a person who is only in it or only. This person probably realizes that they're holding you back in some ways, and that people want you to be stuck with you. People don't want to see you do better than them, and I think that's the type of person you're dealing with, type of dynamic you're dealing with, because it seems their energy, they're so like lost in their own sauce that they could care less about you, or if they feel like they feel like shit, then so should you. And so I think you trying to figure out ways where you can prevent an ending or a closure from happening is only only hurting you in the end, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Coins, Hierophant, the Fool with the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Swords under that. It's like, yeah, you need to forget trying to like take control of this bull. I mean, clearly you can't. And it's nothing against you or your abilities. It's just like this person clearly does not want to be cooperate, you know? It takes two people in a relationship or in a partnership, or if it's a family dynamic, you know, I don't know. The situation is different for everyone, but you can't help anyone that doesn't want to be helped. Simplest way I can put it. Okay, we'll do some analogy, and then, yeah. Let's see. It says a fiery climax approaches. Let's put them right here. Nothing is yet set in stone. And communication is key. So yeah, I think the climax of this relationship or whatever this dynamic is, it's like at its breaking point. I think with this nothing set in stone, mutable moon card is like telling you that like, even if everything falls apart and even if you're lost and you don't know how to go, like this is just another step or another, you know, page in your story. You can always turn the page. And so I think as this comes to an end, I think as it just comes unmanageable for both parties, but especially you, because you seem to be the one that is wanting to break free in a sense, just unsure how to do it. I think that communication, not only with others, but to yourself, you know, speaking to yourself, speaking life into yourself is going to be the most important thing in this time period. It definitely is giving like transition period or like going between, because you're letting something go, and when you let something go, something else comes, and you know, whatnot. But I think, yeah, for sure, you just need to accept that there's nothing else you can do. Like you tried everything you can. You can't love a person into loving you or caring about you. there's only so much compassion you can have before, you know, that turns into resentment, and then the dynamic gets even worse. So I think, yeah, just be honest with yourself. Be honest with others, even if they're not receptive to hearing it. But most importantly, be honest to yourself, and just remember to acknowledge that you are that that even if something really bad happens to you, or a betrayal, or you know, when not like that doesn't define you. There's still more life to live. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, and let me know if this resonated. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.